having good times. Don't care what they say, I'ma stay on my own line. I can almost taste every place we were drunk down. You cannot replace all these days, those were good times. Oh God, you drive them crazy every time they see you, baby. Looking fine and like a lady, like a dime you got them chasing. By design their hearts are racing, so I told myself the statement: if you want it, then go take it. Make a move and don't be patient. Never had a doubt that I wanted to be famous. Never had a doubt that I wanted to be ageless. Never had a doubt that I wanna make changes. Never had a doubt that I wanna go places. Life is all about taking risks, taking chances. Life is all about who you with and romancing. Life is all about everything that you make it. That's what it's about. Drink it up and get wasted. Yeah. Sometimes I drink too much, sometimes I get too drunk, but every time I wake up I think to myself I love being hungover. Sometimes I drink too much, sometimes I get too drunk, but every time I wake up I think to myself I love being hungover.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, you gorgeous mother truckers, you, and welcome to another live stream. Welcome back to Gobster's Ale House as we discuss, a very dangerous subject. And before we go any further, as it says across the bottom, we are going to be talking about the potential revelations that Nigel Farage hinted to in his latest podcast. Because it's to do with Southport, please be careful what you place in the chat. Please be careful not to do anything that could get yourself or myself or anyone else into trouble. Please try and keep hold of any speculation other than what we already know, because we do live in very, very dangerous times, ladies and gentlemen. You are all fully aware of that in the UK at the moment. So we have to be on our guard and our best behaviour before and while we're talking about this situation. Which, of course, indeed. So, well, hello, Chris. JD and Coke is on order at the bar, sir. JD Coke is order on the bar. Thank you very much, sir. Welcome on board. Hello, Angela. Welcome, big pink wavy hand. How you doing? You all right? Everybody okay? How is everybody feeling today? It's obviously Sunday, the 17th of November, 2024. Afternoon, Ashley. Welcome. I hope everybody's feeling good. So I am presuming that most of you have either seen the podcast that Nigel Farage has done or watched Paz's video on it, which has been an absolutely cracking video. As always, hello, Chili Western, you have a baby sham? Yep, no problem at all. We'll put that order placed at the back of the bar for you. It'll be ready for you to collect very shortly. So, we all know what happened. Why have I put Stockport? It's Southport. I've just realised I put Stockport and it's Southport. I'm an idiot. I don't know why even the word Stockport entered my mind. It's Southport. I will correct that. Don't know why I put Stockport. I've just noticed I've called it Stockport. It's not. It's Southport. Or maybe, just maybe, I've been clever enough to be careful so YouTube won't jump on me and do something to this. Because this is the kind of level that we have to work round the box, shall we say. Hello, Aidan. Well, welcome. One scenario, his parents were involved in yeah, that would explain. It's plausible. Remember that everything that you now see in the chat and everything that's now said here is people's individual opinions and hypothetical, because we have to protect ourselves. Remember that. Please remember that. Okay. Yes, I agree. That is a possibility. Guess what I just saw? A high up man who was friends with a court jester who was also close friends with a young boy, now almost as high up as the man I mentioned at the beginning. Hint. Indeed. Ashley, I am fully aware of what you're saying. That's the kind of thing that we want in the chat at the moment. Outside the box, hinting would be the best way. I thought you'd spelt it deliberately. Well, yes. I've got to do it because obviously if I put the other one, if I actually put Southport in the title, yeah, it could end up in a lot of trouble. Anything's possible nowadays. So yes, it is deliberate. Yeah. Hi ho, Silver. Here come the Lone Ranger. Not. Yes. Hello, Frog. Welcome on board. Welcome on board, and hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the 24 of you who are currently in the watching the video. Nice of you to be here, especially on a Sunday afternoon when there's something vastly more important to do. I don't know, like Sunday dinner. And exactly, it's hypothetical. It has evidence behind it, but when you hide the reality, exactly. And this is the thing. This is the thing that's causing the issue. I know a lot of people, including myself, when I first put the tweet out when it was mentioned, and I said, "Oh, well, just come out and say it." Now I understand why they can't come out and say it, which is why we can't come out and say it as well. What we can do is use hypothetical thought to figure out what potentially may have happened in a hypothetical situation. Side issue: the midget arm's been forced to rename itself. Why? Really? Would the legless dwarf be a better name? Why have people got to change names? It really annoys me. It really does. Getting a bit bored of the having to rename to offend. So, Nigel Farage in the podcast hinted to the fact that we know full well that you aren't no longer allowed, no MP is allowed to talk about Southport at all whatsoever in Parliament. In one of the first, if I think as far as I can remember back, the first time where parliamentary privilege has been denied and refused, where everybody in the House has been sworn to silence. Now, people go, well, this is how speculation starts. This is why things start. When you're making it blatantly obvious that you're hiding something, it's going to make people speculate. At the time of that horrendous attack, and a lot of people, especially the media, seem to have forgotten that 3 beautiful little angels were mercilessly slaughtered at the hands of this Welsh choir boy, apparently. And plenty of other people who have even had less coverage were wounded in this attack. And many, many children, in fact, many, many people will be mentally scarred for the rest of their lives because of this attack by the Welsh choir boy. Yeah. It's just everything smells fishy. Absolutely fishy. Yes, Aidan, I was going to bring into the fact that about the Manchester attackers. Again, something else. What explanation can people come up with for no prosecution? Exactly. Hi, peeps. Hello, Guy. What we've missed? Not a lot. We're talking about Southport, not Stockport. Stockport's there for a reason, so YouTube won't nail it one straight away. We're just talking about the podcast that Farage did where he hinted at the fact that what happened in Southport is going to be, when revealed eventually, probably one of the most seismic events in political history. And we are, without doubt, as he said as well, Nigel said himself, we are in the midst of one of the biggest cover-ups in political history. When you are refusing to allow any politician to ask any question about it, in fact, not even talk about it, it stinks. Absolutely stinks. Farage is gaslighting. Potentially, but I don't think he is. Because what you have to look at, got to be careful, because we've all got to be careful on this one, because there are, remember, people potentially sitting in prison around this situation. So we have to be careful. I don't think he is gaslighting. And the reason I don't think he is gaslighting, although, of course, many people will be aware that I have my doubts about Farage, always have done. But the reason I don't think he's being gaslighting is the fact that If he'd have just said that, okay, potentially. But when he says that, and you know full well that the Speaker of the House has removed parliamentary permission to talk about it, that means it's not a gaslight. It means he has been silenced because the whole of the Houses of Parliament have been silenced. No one is allowed to talk about it. Imagine if Southport comes out, the imprisoned will have been released, and the conversation about all this judgment. Well, this is the thing, isn't it, Ashley? This is why it's going to be, and it is going to be, such a huge seismic thing when it comes out. Because of all the other implications and all the other things that have happened around it. Greetings, I am a slave, and hello, Anthony T34, and hello, Paqua. Is it? I can't if I said it wrong. Okay, sounds you're totally control, no doubt about it. Yeah, well, this is it. The fact that there are people still being put in prison for this, because all the people who've been put in prison recently have been because of this. So you have got a massive cover up by people being arrested. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some idiots who, if you commit an offence by actually hitting a police officer or robbing a shop or trying to burn something down, then you're going to go to prison. But what people shouldn't be put into prison for is speculation and speaking their mind and deleting it. And it's because it heats of the moment and context out the window. Those people shouldn't be in prison. Not whatsoever. I mean, one of the guys, can't remember his name, I'm sure you remember it. He put one up, and he's in prison for 3 years, and he didn't actually do anything. He just tweeted. And this is wrong. This is wrong. The judges won't be removed. They have immunity. Well, of course they do. But is that right? You see, because the whole of this situation, this is why I think it's so seismic, is because it will bring into question so much more than the actual offence. And remember, it's Nigel said, and I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to push this further and further away. We have yet to have the 2 violent thugs at Manchester Airport even charged. Something's going on here that's covering things up. And the thing is, so we go, oh, you're speculating. Well, the simple truth of the matter is, if it's not as bad as you think, if it isn't an issue, then why are you covering it up? To install a wall of silence, to actually physically arrest a lot of people for nothing more than doing what we're doing now, carefully, then you're covering it up. Actually, so Farage is GB News and Paul Marshall is the Tory party, potentially. I haven't been following much about the UK farmer situation, what's going on here. In France, farmers will be mobilising again very soon. We'll touch on the farmers bit in a minute, Anthony, okay? So why would they silence him? What could be serious? It screams something, well, welcome, Sparkly Pegs. Yes, this is the thing. This is the thing. They think by doing the don't talk about it, everybody will just shut up. If they think by imprisoning everybody who questions it, then everybody will shut up. But the thing is, it is obvious that something is really, really wrong. Something is so bad that they're terrified about releasing anything to do with this without questioning it. Is this designed to eventually bring down all governance? Ashley, potentially. No one should be ever put in prison for the words, period. Absolutely agree. 100%. I don't post anything anymore, only comments in forums like this, and I'm very careful, so in fact I'm under control. It's evil. Well, we're all the same, guy, aren't we? We're all the same. Like now, I'm having to think about what I'm about to say just in case, and I shouldn't live like that. No one should live like that. People should be able to speak their mind freely. And it's up to whether other people agree or disagree. If they do, they do. They don't, they don't. But we're living in a world, especially right now, where, I'm having to have that ticker across the bottom telling everybody to be careful, where I'm expecting all of you, I can imagine, are typing, thinking, do I say this? It's a wrong. Assault on a police officer, and it's caught the next day. So when that doesn't happen, you must ask questions. Exactly. Don't do, or FB, never, exactly. This is it. They've been given a warning and they did nothing. Exactly. I mean, I did 2 videos on covering the whole of the airport, Manchester airport thing. They're still on the channel now. Yeah, they need to have us beg for a digital ID and AI governance. Yes, this is it, Ashley. You can see it coming, can't you? His parents may well have been criminals and Starman knew. Potentially. Potentially. But the simple truth of the matter is we have the remember, there are other instances which we still remember the lieutenant colonel who got stabbed outside his barracks. Silence. You've heard next to nothing about that. Then we get the assault in Manchester on 3 police officers. Nothing. Then this attack by the Welsh choir boy, which is the way we'll have to go with it at the moment. Although, of course, we can, because it's general public knowledge, surmise that trying to produce ricin poison and downloading Al Qaeda handbooks kind of indicates that he wasn't the Welsh choir boy that the media and the government say, using the information that's freely available. This is ridiculous how you have to think. Absolutely. Good morning, Tree Goblin. Welcome. It's boycott YouTube. Can't even defend our farmers. Yeah, I get it. I get it. FC, I do. I get it. It is difficult. We all know there's a big reason why they're flooding our country with some. Agreed. Well, the thing is, we all know. We've all discussed this before. On Manchester, I bet there were MI5 assets option 1 potentially. Next, there could be bits of video the Manchester police don't want to be in the public domain. Possibly, but the simple truth of the matter is, irrespective, if I had hit, well, I mean, I would never assault an armed police officer in any case, because yeah. But if I'd have done that, or you'd have done that, and anyone else had done that, we'd have been, well, we'd be nicked now. We would, and you know we would. Sparkly pegs. When you stop people speaking publicly, it gets driven underground, where the authorities can't see. It does not stop people thinking or questioning. Hold on a second. Yes. 180 for 15 minutes. So, yeah. No, 18 minutes, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, organising lunch. So, yeah, it doesn't stop the question. Hello, Carol. Nice of you to be on board. This is the thing. And we live in a world now where we're going to have people like myself and many, many others who are going to go, oh, hold on a minute, what's going on here? And that's why they don't like, that's why they attack Elon Musk and X, because they don't like the ability for people to be able to come here and do what I'm doing now and you're all doing in the chat, and those people who are watching, having the ability to question. That's what we're doing. Something very sinister is going on. Yes, absolutely. Hey, God, went to the store yesterday. There are a lot more people packing than not. Good signs for the future. You guys should adopt some of your our constitutional rights. If we had, I mean, the thing is, in America, you have the first rule. Yeah, the first constitutional rule, which enshrines freedom of speech. We don't have that in this country. It's, and you know, if we had the First Amendment, I wouldn't have to be sitting here thinking what I'm going to say. I wouldn't have to keep telling people to be careful what they say. It's ridiculous. Let's scratch my back. I'll scratch yours. Must be. Apparently, the police have sent all the information over on the Manchester thing over to the CPS, and it's the CPS that are dragging the heels. There's the issue. The police have done their investigation, and it's CPS that are dragging the heels, and the CPS appear to be waiting for the IOPC investigation to conclude. But basically, it appears to me they just want it to go away, and we have to ask the questions why we need to have it to go away. This should double the standard. Brits responsible 6% crime, 60% should be exactly correct, Anthony. Absolutely right. This is hypothesis. I forgot. Of course, everything that's been mentioned in this chat is individual opinions and hypothetical situations. We are at the moment sitting in a pub, spitballing ideas over a pint. That's what we're doing. Before anyone gets any ideas about anything, as mad as it is. I'm curious, what the reasons are they arresting people for speech in the UK? What comments are life-threatening or just opinions? Well, one guy got imprisoned for shouting abuse at a police dog. One lady just recently actually got arrested for filming some guys being just after the events of the, we'll call them riots because that's what we're allowed to call them. Unless, of course, it's Hare Hills, where that was a Romanian vigil. And she had nothing to do with anything. She just filmed it, and she's been put in prison. And now I think somebody else has just been jailed for 3 months for a Facebook post. Another one's been jailed for live streaming. It's just absolute mental. Absolutely mental, mate. No, most of them are not threatening at all. Obviously, Brits commit little to no crime. That would be what you'd think, except, of course, crime is rampant in the UK at the moment. It's horrendous. And who was the CPS? Minister Hampton Parties, exactly. Who was the head of CPS? Years and years and years, when they turned a blind eye to the grooming gangs and to Jimmy Savile and Rolf Harris and that. That's right, our illustrious leader. So it makes you wonder, doesn't it? I've one complaint with the IPC, not the MPS, the OPAC, but the IPC having to do something possible. Always based on conspiracy. Welcome. It's always a cover up that brings down governments down. This is very true because it's so hard to keep the lid on everything. Even more so nowadays, when you will get loads of people going, hold on a minute, and actually going on doing what we're doing right now. Hold on a minute, something not right here. What's going on? We want answers. First, last, welcome on board. How do you feel about the government officials coming forward, testifying under oath? Is evidence of crash? Well, why not? There is so many conspiracy theories and so many cover up. Yeah, on file 13, you think it's insane. You want to live here at the moment. It's absolutely mental. Technically, which is why I have to put these warnings out. I could be arrested for what I'm doing right now, which is why I'm trying to be careful in what I say. Which is why I'm not instigating anything or saying anything that I'm saying right now is fact. Only the facts that are out in the public domain. Because that's how dangerous it is in the UK. That's why there's a ticker across the bottom telling people to be careful. This is how it is in the United Kingdom at the moment, where we have to be so careful what we say, what we think. When a Telegraph journalist on Remembrance Sunday will get a knock on the door and be told that she's in trouble for a tweet that she deleted. Yes. Hold on a second. What? Yes. Yeah, you might need to do it a few minutes after that. Okay, that's fine. It's amazing. Yeah, all right, mate. It's amazing. My son's doing his dinner. I do apologise. The idea is a cornerstone of everything 2020 up to now. Absolutely, Ashley. The man who tweeted the murderer was Alan Snackbar member. Got 3 years, going to be pardoned, I assume. Well, this is the guy who was on about Joker. I can't remember his name. And that's really... Didn't he have the Twitter handle Sick of It? Yeah, that's what he was arrested for. And this is why what's been said and hinted at is causing such a huge potential explosion. Because not only will you have the cover-up that the government did, you've got people who've been put in prison falsely. You've got judges who have worked overtime and imprison people like that, but let people go, like I've reported on my channel, for paedophilia. It's all absolute madness. Good afternoon, Keith. Welcome. Lord Jim Dandy, welcome. Edinburgh Head, cover up. I don't know, I wonder if Starmy is so corrupt and is the reasons that so many scum in the establishment got away with it. Well, yes. FC, completely correct. Hello, Sadako. Welcome on board, my friend. It's madness. And the thing is, what people are doing, what we're doing right here, is just normal reaction. People see something and they want to know what happened. And if somebody comes out and goes, oh, well, this, and happened. Oh, and it happened and that. And they give you the facts. You go, whether you like it or not, you go, well, at least thanks for telling me. At least I understand now and I'm fully aware. And yeah, okay, fine. But when they come out and say, no, nothing happened. What? It was a Welsh choir boy. Was it? And I mean, let's be honest. Has anyone seen any interviews of anyone who was involved? They've all probably been silenced as well. It's madness. It's absolute madness. Notice the Dunblane killer's connection to certain things. Yes. Funny that. I agree. Lord Jim Dennis Kidley was heading for Edinburgh, allegedly, obviously. Indeed. But this is... it stinks to high heaven. It stank to high heaven when it happened. It really did. Kim Young Starmer, 50 cents, welcome aboard, correct. Literally just in the headline, police get hate speech laws wrong 90% of the time. So, yes, exactly, Ashley. I've actually done a video on that where somebody actually reported the fact that they get them wrong all the time. You see, for those of you who don't live in the United Kingdom, we have something now because this is the oppressive state that we live in. We have a non-incident hate crime, an NIHC. Okay, was it non-incident hate crime or non-crime hate incident? Sorry, NCHI. Hello, Sheila. Welcome. You can have a beer at the order. Which basically means that the police can turn up and say to you, as they did to is it Alison Pearson? Someone's took offence at your tweet, and she goes, "Which tweet? Can't tell you." Well, who made it? You mean the victim? Because they're a victim. We can't tell you that either. But if you keep going, you'll end up in prison. And the way they do it is they'll get you on that one. Then obviously you're going to go, this is absolutely ridiculous. And then they'll do you on a public order offence, which is a criminal offence. Absolutely ridiculous. Hold on a minute. Let me just check my phone. Mrs. G's at work and asking me a question about something. Apologies. Everybody, isn't it funny how whenever I do one of these, everybody needs me? Madness. And also, I cannot believe there's 111 people currently watching this stream. So welcome and thank you so much for spending any short amount of time that you do on this stream. It's very much appreciated. Genuinely, it's very appreciated. As I said, if you're new and you're watching, please be careful what you say because we live in the UK at the moment. Yeah. Hold on a second. Amazing how everybody needs me. So, any case, remember to use allegedly whenever you can in the comments to cover your own back, people. Correct. Well done, Joker. Everybody, please. And we're talking about things that have caused people to end up in prison for. So, if you've got an idea of what it might be, remember it's hypothetical or it's alleged because we have to be careful. So mad. Nuts or scratchings? I'd say scratchings, Chile. Much better. We have the right to face your accuser, and no one ever requires your time to exactly, FC. But they won't tell you. It's basically if someone comes and knocks on your door, a police officer with the what's the word? Non-crime hate incident. It's to intimidate you. It's to scare you. It's to shut you up. And that's how it's going right now. And that's why this chat has to be so careful. This is why I'm having to literally think on my feet because it's just madness. The problem with the right is fractured too easy, meaning split votes. And yes, I agree, 50 cents. And that's something I've discussed before and we'll continue to discuss that no matter how much we disagree with each other on the right, we have to come together because otherwise we're not going to win anything. I think there's not much to say because I dare not say what I think about today's police. Exactly. Well, again, you have to see what I mean. This is the world we live in. This is how it's like in the UK. If you're living outside the UK and you're wondering why everybody's trying to be a bit careful what they say and how they do and all this and that, it's because we can get arrested for it and put in prison. It's actually keep it. Hello, Hawk News. Welcome. Yeah, keep it clean. Think Gobster this channel. Thank you. Yeah, because that's the other thing. I'll probably get nailed for it as well, and I don't want to. Well, I don't want to particularly go to prison, but sometimes you have to. I hope there are some Black Country scratchings. Well, of course, it's going to be Black Country scratchings. Chill. Look where I live, man. It's going to always be Black Country ones. Remember what happened to Alison Pearson? Correct. Correct. You know, we've got to think. We've got to think. But this is going to, I think what happened in Southport and the massive cover-up that's occurring. And even before, take Nigel's comments out of it, it's blatantly obvious that this is a cover-up from the get-go. You know, we have to show pictures when he was arrested. It was only pictures of him as a boy, as a child, and oh look, he was dressed up in as a Doctor Who in Children in Need and things like that. That was of, and then it was like the immediate. He's second generation, and he's a choir boy. It's obvious that it's without a doubt, it's a cover up. It really, really is. You know, it's just madness. I mean, we had Remembrance Sunday, and it was to remember those people who laid down their lives and died for freedom. And yet here we all are, being careful what we type, and I'm having to sit here and carefully think about what I'm saying, because that's the freedom that we have now. Madness. Remember, we're being controlled by narcissistic people who want to belittle you into silence. Correct, Joker. That's absolutely right. It's a psyop, not a cover up. Actually, yeah. Yeah. Yes. Well, yeah. Children in Need corrupt. Well, it's exactly. We all know this is why I don't donate anything to it, because it's just when all that money that they raise, if 1% of it actually gets anywhere, yeah. And a lot of people seem to get very rich. And I also find it very offensive that famous people with lots of money, yeah, let's say go on there. In my opinion, the cover is probably tied to a group of certain people. Sounds like Middle Eastern. Yeah, it would absolutely. So it was not this. This is different. So yeah, the coof. Trying to remember the right word, which won't get me banned, because I'm already on a community warning for medical disinformation, so I have to be very, very careful. The coof was an experiment to see how far they could push us in locking us down, and unfortunately, a vast amount of sheep proved that they could. Says Ludging Danny, Netflix boxing ripoff. No, the thing is, it was on Netflix. Both of them were going to walk away with $20 million from the fight. And if you genuinely believed you were actually going to get an actual boxing match, then more for you. It's as simple as that. Watch out for smiling assassins, as always. Yeah, what was it? Beware Romans bearing gifts. That's another good one as well. On a conspiracy theory, Tana Simulata. Indeed. Hail, hello, Time Prophet. Welcome on board. Old and Peculiar, welcome on board. Back in the 80s, I worked for Original Newspaper in the UK. It was unbelievable, the stuff that was, not reported on back then. Being in the forces, you could see all the stuff that happened that didn't happen, or stuff that happened and wasn't reported. Nothing surprises me. Do you get warm above that fight? If only. Hummus chili, indeed. It was a uni party. There was no Labour, no Tories. Sunak opposition. Yeah, exactly. 100%. They are the Conservatives and the Labour Party. I've always said that they are wings of the same bird. They are the same people, just different colour ties. And we're never going to get any change from that unless we all, on the right, stop internally bickering and come together under one banner. And that way we may stand a chance. But at the moment, we're too busy fighting each other. Literally too busy fighting each other. I didn't wear a mask. I went for a walk every day. I wasn't a prisoner. But no, nor me. I wasn't. You don't need to make your own comments and YouTube videos. Just use others. Safe. Yeah, well, this is it. I'm glad. I will gladly sit here. Hello? Someone at the door? No, there isn't. I thought that was the police then. No, I'm only joking. Or maybe I wasn't. Cheeks are the same arse. Hold on, let me just approve that. There you go. My comments aren't coming up. Not all of them will, Guy. Unfortunately, it's Facebook, it's YouTube, and they keep filtering. Some of the things they filter out are ridiculous, and I have to try and manually approve some of them, which I'm trying to do. But some of the words it does, mate. I'm sorry. And also, I'm having to go. I've got a live chat on Rumble, but it's slower and misses quite a bit out, so I'm having to watch two chats at the same time. So if I'm missing them, I'm sorry. But otherwise, YouTube has been a pain, which is something else which you gotta be careful how you word it, because I mean, like, Time Profits, Cheeks are the same arse. That actually got blocked because he said the word arse, or maybe cheeks. I don't know. So you have to be careful there. So guys, it's just one of those things. Unfortunately, it's the police. Yeah, I thought it was. No, I actually thought it was my son asking what I'm having for having his dinner. But there you go. Can't blame the right for being divided. Reform will let us down. We don't know which party to get behind, and we don't know which one. The thing is, when it all comes down to it, even though we're all fractured, in reality, we all believe in basically the same thing, but for some unknown reason, we just can't stick to that. Um, it's just Rachel. Hello, Rachel. Shout to Rachel, guy. There you go. I've shouted out to Rachel. I hope she's fine. She may also place an order at the bar. It's white wine for the lady, isn't it? Yeah, but it frustrates me because you look at all the things, and I listen to you. Well, you can imagine I listen to so many very different points of view from all over the place, and we are all, in reality, pretty similar, just slight differences. Why can't we come together? Because if we don't, we've lost. It's as simple as that. YouTube is always a pain. It's a Google product. Well, this is very true, and welcome, Fletch. I mean, it's so true. So true. Reform was the third option. The establishment created for anyone realised the other two were busted thrush. Ashley, everybody who watches my channel should know that I do have issues with the Reform Party. Everything's not good. Hawk, you carry on sharing stuff. Nice one, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's Reform was the third option. And this is why, even as I said, even if you take out what Nigel said, there's still a cover up. It's, it's not just the way it is. I have a fangirl now. Oh, no. That's three, I think. Is Elon buying YouTube? I don't think Elon will buy YouTube. I think Elon will have his version on X. Because there's no point in buying YouTube. Google won't let it go. The establishment won't let it go. So I think that Elon could create one using his X platform. You can do videos on X any case once you subscribe, so it's already there. The establishment doesn't allow anyone that is an establishment to form a political party. Correct, 100% right. Oh, Time Profit, that's a bit harsh. I left Unite earlier this year and I saw them marching with terrorists. My company asked me what I meant, so I explained they're all obviously support terrorism. Still, it's the madness. The madness is infected everywhere. Lord Jim Dandy, yes, I do watch the Preston Journalist. I enjoy his videos. Thing is, I watch loads of people, and when it all comes down to it, pretty much like myself, I don't always agree with everything that everybody says because we can't. We're not the left waffer who just blindly and obediently support each other no matter what. There are things, and I'm sure there's plenty of people who watch my channel who agree with you most of the time, but half the time don't, and that's fine because that's us being the actual grown-ass adults. So yeah, the Preston Journalist, I enjoy watching this video. There's loads. Hawk Grows come to UK and end up a victim. This is very true. This is very true. Elon and thieves plan to digital ID and governs people. That's why they're back. Trump was bought for the price of one Eurofighter Typhoon. Interesting, Ashley. Interesting. Keep them coming, mate, because as I said, everything's open here. We're in the pub. We're shooting the breeze, drinking pints, and hypothetically shooting. We're shooting the breeze. That was my army in the night. I was to say, Guy, I would imagine that was your instant nickname. It's just like some nicknames in the army are pre-written. They really are. You didn't stand a chance, to be fair. Unfortunately, humanity is not a force for good amongst its own. Too much greed, too much power to name but two things. Correct, Frog. Correct. And unfortunately, it's us at the bottom that suffer the most. Silver Hot takes it great. He doesn't mince his words. Yes, agreed. Orange is 33 in America. Oh, well, there you go. Wow. Interesting. I love it. See, remember, every day's a learning day. Yeah. And What I've learned as we sort of go off on a tangent, what I've learned through life is the fact that never go through life closed-minded. Always be prepared to listen to people's opinions. Always be prepared to have somebody make you question something and go look yourself. I always say on my videos, remember, my door, I only ever show you the door. Okay. It's up to you whether you want to walk through it. There are many, many multiple impressive rabbit holes that you could go down. Yeah. It's up to you whether you want to walk down them or not. And some of them, when you start going down them, it can frighten the living daylights out of you. So, but always be open to other people's opinions and viewpoints, and don't dismiss them. Always have a look at them, because you may be surprised that actually, yeah, it's very, very good. Think about YouTube don't censor us in a pub. That's where the government is closing pubs. Well, Time Profit, I've said this on many, many times, that the reason they are attacking the pub industry is because that's where all good, relevant, good revolutions have occurred. Where we can't believe in children in need, 2,000 annual. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Hawk News. Actually, that's awesome. Awesome news. Remember, don't worry. There is a change afoot for the sign, Gobster Ale House. I just haven't uploaded it up yet on the system. There is a change. I have appreciated that it is too small, and I will be correcting it. So don't worry about it, Time Profit. It's been noted. Even I think it's too small, so I've made it bigger. I've just got to upload it when I get chance. Need to check the chickens. Love Sunday lol. Chickens. Have you? I hope you've registered them. I hope you've registered them, Guy, because you're supposed to register those things, so the government knows where you are. Lucifer did well. He told you who was working with him in the US, and he still went, oh, well, fair enough. Nothing's hidden. Nothing ever is. I hear the door. Yes. What now?
How do you know it's a sausage roll?
Because they're brown.
It's like a gold.
That's cooked. It's a sausage roll. It's not hard. Boy, I've got to get a new chef for the kitchen. I've been a fool for so long, and now I believe very little and trust very little. We live in a low trust society now. We used to live in a high trust society. Now we don't trust anybody, anything at all, and that's worrying. It really, really is. It really, really is. Things are going to change. There's a lot. Obviously, there's a load of hoo-ha over my last video. Yes, exactly. There's a lot of hoo-ha. Registered chickens get stuffed. Well, it's a brilliant idea for them to do that, wasn't it? Until, of course, we, being the British, took the piss and registered every poultry they had, including every single piece of frozen chicken. I registered 6 boxes of chicken nuggets, and in the end, it just closed. Registered chickens, are you clicking crazy? Yeah, indeed. Just mental. Absolutely mental. Yeah, they tried that, and then we melted the website down. Yeah, so that was a bit of a stupid idea. Absolutely sure. Do you think they'll have a discreet word with the king when they meet? I truly believe the king is completely out of. The king is literally part of the problem, and he's not the king. As I used to be one of the biggest royalists around. I even did a video where I was in tears when the Queen died, because I also knew that was when the royal family died. Now they're not my royal family. Sausage roll, 2 minutes in the microwave, lol. Now these are bake your own Greg's sausage rolls, so we have to air fry them. I trust no bugger. Penguin Overlord, it's horrible, isn't it? No, genuinely, isn't it horrible that we live in a world where we can't trust anyone? It's horrible. It really is. It's absolutely horrendous that we live in a society where we've got to the level that we can't trust anyone. It's just absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. Rotten Politics, welcome, my friend. Welcome. I hope everything's good with you. Welcome. I'm late. That's why you stuck putting the title, folks. So YouTube doesn't know what I'm talking about, Rotten. I thought I'd try and be a little bit clever so they could like leave it alone for a bit. That's why Stockport, not Southport. It's all about Southport. Well, it started off about Southport. We seem to be going down the lines of sausage rolls at the moment. But that's what happens in the Ale House. We do go off at tangents, but that's why. Well, the King Defender of Faith used to be the Faith King. It's exactly, absolutely right. He's not the. He's supposed to be the defender of our faith, and he's no longer that. So, unbelievable. We will, as it keeps coming up. Right, okay. We'll touch on we'll touch on Rachel Reeves. Yeah, she's a lawyer. But then again, the thing is, people go, "Oh, she lied on a CV," and she's a liar. She's a Labour politician. When did you think she ever told the truth? Ever? Why are you shocked? Genuinely shocked. I will be doing a video about that. I've got so many videos to do, none of time to do them. It's a bit worrying, really. Trust in the Lord. Yes, the Lord shall help. They're covering up Southport. They're not allowed to. Well, this time probably this is it. This is where we have the issue. I mean, some people go, "Oh, well, you got to be careful." Nigel Farage is gaslighting us. Normally, I would say that, but what he's saying is he's been told not to say anything, and that's true. The whole of Parliament has been told not to ask questions about what happened at Southport. It's a cover-up. If no one is allowed to talk about it, if by talking about it can end up getting you in prison, just think on. Interesting question, Ashley. Wingnut is not his first. The first is not my. He's not my king. When the gorgeous, beautiful, dedicated, wonderful human being that I have met, the Queen, passed away. That was the end of the royal family. That was the end of my my oath to the royal crown. No more. Absolutely no more. I don't like the guy. He's a WEF knob. Can't stand him. Nothing to do with him at all. Well, Penguin, be careful what you're typing because you get me into trouble with certain words. But you're absolutely right. I'm not reading it out, but you're right. I think it was who said it? I can't remember who said it. I'm trying to remember. No, it's gone out of my adult brain. But actually said that if you think Lammy's thick when you see him on TV, when you meet him in reality, he's actually worse. The whole of the Labour government, those people who are in positions that they're in, have literally no idea what they're doing. They are completely out of their depth, and everything about them is about petty revenge and socialism, blinkered socialism. It's a dangerous, dangerous place. It really, really is. At one time, the royal family were not supposed to be involved in politics. They never were. The Queen never passed judgment on anything because that's not their point. And also, if you go through history, that's why the Houses of Parliament, where the King has to knock on the door to go and open the Parliament, because they're supposed to be a separate entity. No longer. Freedom of expression, trouble across the globe. Fetch, completely agree, 100%. Absolutely 100%. The innocence of child about piggybacking frogs, lovely. Well, yeah, exactly. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Watch Lammy and Mastermind. Yeah, okay. That Lammy's one reminds me. Did you ever see the Russ Abbott sketch about the guy who couldn't hear on Mastermind and all the answers he gave were correct because of it? Yeah, that's Lammy. It's just mental. The guy hasn't got a clue. I mean, let's not even go down the Chagos Islands debacle, which is absolutely unbelievable. We need entrepreneurs in government, people with resilience. This is the thing, 50 cents. It's very, very true. When things happen with what we've got in at the moment is this. I mean, when anybody goes about Donald Trump, at least Donald Trump's a businessman and he looks at things from a business point of view, which is a bit of a refreshing change. The lot we've got in at the moment, it's all ideological. It's all ideological things. That's it, as simple as that. No, not yet. I don't think he's blocked on YouTube. I don't think, clearly not. It's been allowed. Just look, Angela Rayner, David Lammy, Emily Thorman, Diane Abbott. Yeah, they're lawyers training. Exactly. They've got nothing. Absolutely nothing. Shikaro, look it up. It's actually cod spunk. Nice. It's just, yeah, exactly. Agreed. Hello, Dreamer. Welcome aboard. The UK is in distress. The King can dissolve Parliament if he wants to, but he won't. No, because he's part of the problem. They finally got everything in place here in the UK now to screw us over. 110%. We're all doomed. It's all dead in the water. It really, really is. There we go. We're coming up to an hour. I'm not going to keep you much longer than an hour, ladies and gentlemen. At the peak of this, we've had, we're still at the moment over 100 people watching. Thank you so much for joining the stream. It's much appreciated for every single one of you who've got. Hello, hold on a second. Yes,
Why am I the TV?
I'll sort it out in a minute.
I finish up the live.
I'm going to finish it up in a minute, which you're now stopping. Jog on. Bye. Oh, kids. No one watches the BBC anymore. It wasn't a licensed feed. The BBC are a joke. Absolute joke. I've got an answer brain. They haven't. They literally haven't. And that's a worry. It's a genuine worry. It really is mental. When you look at the people who are now leading our country, we're screwed. Absolutely screwed. Absolutely screwed beyond belief. Any case, it's
Last orders at the bar.
last orders at the bar, ladies and gentlemen. Last orders at the bar. Because times are coming and it's Sunday and we have things to do. Last orders. My local is now closed now. So sad. So news. With no qualification yet. So yeah, I came in for you. So everyone. See, the thing is, Victor, one, it's very hard for me to have set times because of the way things are at home and this, that, and the other. Although the plans are afoot in the new year for me to be able to set a set time, and I will have a set live stream at a set time. I'm working all these things out. I just want to get through up to Christmas, get Christmas out of the way, and then we'll sort of hit the new year afresh with a new everything. We'll have a whole new things about it. So that's what I'm going to do. Off chopping some wood for the week. Be good. Big love. God bless. And you, Joker. Thank you. Lammy ain't fit to shovel shit from one place to another. He wouldn't even know what a shovel is. Let me in. I'll have a large one, please. Order. I'm still drinking the whiskey from last night. Well done, Victor. Although, actually, no, not well done. You should have finished it by now, sir. You really should. Genuinely, I understand, Gobster. Just be so. No, you're right. Because in reality, my channel's getting to that stage now where I need to start doing a live, at least a weekly live stream from the pub on a regular basis at a regular time. And I agree. I genuinely do need to sort of look at that now, especially the way things are. I'm literally blown away with the channel, even though at the moment subs are dropping because it's YouTube. But that's, so it's not about the subs. It's about getting out and saying so. Good thing Kamala didn't win. She probably have ordered a drone strike on your shed. Potentially. Have a great day. 3:40 a.m. Monday here. Yikes. Old peculiar. What the hell are you doing up at that time in the morning? Or do I need to know? Now, absolutely awesome. Thank you so much for all the people who've joined and popped into this chat at the pub. Thank you for being respectful in the chat and also using your brains and not getting us all into trouble. It's much, much appreciated. Have a good day, Gobster, everyone. You have a good day. Bye to all the ones going now. See you, Victor. See you later. Right then. It's time to go. Look after yourselves. You have a great upcoming week. I will be bringing more videos out over the week once I got around to recording them and then editing them and then put them out because I didn't say, I didn't realize that when you start becoming popular, a little bit more popular on YouTube and you start doing videos that people actually tune in on a regular basis to watch, how much bloody work it is. I mean, it takes me half hour to no, not even that, 20 minutes to record a video, and then it takes me about an hour and a half to edit it, and then I've got to fit it in with everything else. Absolutely mental. But I love every minute of it, and a lot of it's because of you gorgeous people. If it wasn't for you, there'd be no point in doing it. And, you know, it's a genuine honor to have you all here. And thank you for spending a small portion of your time listening to me. It's been awesome. Absolutely awesome. Thank you so much. With that, I'm done. As always, I'm done. So, as you already know, well, to the next one. You all stay safe. Love to you all. Have a good week. I'll see you soon.
I remember getting too drunk with my best friends. I remember getting fucked up with my girlfriends. I remember drinking all nights on the weekends. I remember wishing this night wouldn't ever end. I remember teaching her to many, but from beyond, that's what's up. First date, getting drunk. Second date, I fell in love. I can never get enough. Life can get a little tough when it gets a little rough. You look back at the good stuff. Sipping on some whiskey with a girl who's feeling frisky, and my world is spinning tipsy. Man, this alcohol just hit me, baby. Are you coming with me? Take a shot and let's get busy. Got the whole damn night, let's do something hella risky. I just wanna make a memory. She don't wanna ever leave, wanna leave a legacy. We're sipping on the balcony, I'm mixing like it's alchemy. I'm fixed on her anatomy. We're living life lavishly, we live it like a fantasy. Sometimes I drink too much, sometimes I get too drunk, but every time I wake up, I think to myself, I love being hungover. Sometimes I drink too much, sometimes I get too drunk, but every time I wake up, I think to myself, I love being hungover. Every day, having good times. Don't care what they say, I'ma stay on my own line. I can almost taste every place we were drunk down. You cannot replace all these days, those were good times. Oh God, you drive them crazy every time they see you, baby. Looking finding like a